Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. So here is the punter, Matt Bosher, to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Gone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catch the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. Hey, let's go. Go, Brown.
Throwing again is gone. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Go, 12, let's go.
Hey, check Mike 57. Get that quarterback and all come.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
180! 56. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Hey, ball.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
First carry for James Conner. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Right back to Conner here on first. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Trubisky will throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Trubisky to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, in first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's got a man. It's Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first.
And I think the ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on.
With desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
I'm coming. 18.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Check back.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lock in.
They're not ready for this. They still playing.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. We're scoreless after 1.
Watch 7. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Switch it.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll dump this one off to Connor. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, alert. Hey, 2.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Josh Jones in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
Chill.
To throw is gone. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, it's gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Larry Ogunjobi, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Goff now looks to throw. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Check Mike 57. Here we go. Under 10. 10.
Just beating the play clock is gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Gall. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time. And they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Hey, Achilles trash. Let's go.
Now it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Here's Trubisky. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Let's go, let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check 52. Hey, Shell.
Back to throw. Gone. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yannick Ngakoue. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
24 is the mic. I hope he's talking.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved. And that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Watch number 33. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Following the fumble recovery, gone. That incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now gone. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Goff now 9 of 17 through the air.
Merlin. Hey. You got 3.
Goff throwing again. And an alley to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, let's go. 56. Check 56. 6-man. Hey, 18.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A good gain there on 1st down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Counter. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's Counter. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Break it out. 180. Ran. You can't block me. No. Block me. You can't block me. Hey, watch. Hey, Steve 6. Mike 54.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. On third down, Trubisky. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jordan Evans in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check, check. Lucky.
Here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Flat, 180.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Third and long. It's gone. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards there on third down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe
that's caught inside the 20. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Now it's gone. And that is caught. Touchdown Falcons. From 8 yards out. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that side.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 81 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Here we go, D. Check.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Actually love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
Switch. Maverick. Marlin.
From the gun, here's Gone. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Larry Ogunjobi make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
At the 22-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Watch 54. Let's go one more. Mike 5-4.
Now it's Trubisky. He's going deep for Brown. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third and 11.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's second and 8 at the 41-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Goff now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. Third down here. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third and 8. A shotgun snap for Goff. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Dante Jackson picks it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Touchdown, Packers! Marquise Brown with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Now Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Out of the gun. Gone. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Goff now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Kill, kill, kill.
Goff now looking to throw. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Falcons on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
To throw is gone. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Gone. Incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Now gone. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. They do tack on the extra point as well. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing now is Trubisky. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Trubisky now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Right there, 54, right there.
Now it's Trubisky. This will be caught by Brown. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
And let's pin the mirrors back.
Trubisky to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Do. Hey, 18. Mike 5-4. Hey. Boy. Right there. 50.
Here's Trubisky. Rolling to his right. He finds Robinson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Falcons' 43-yard line.
54. Here we go, D. Here I come again.